National Car Rental Racehorse Digest. Hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Welcome to ESPN's weekly recap of the best in horse racing on the Racehorse Digest. Well, as we reach midsummer, we may just have a new star in the three-year-old ranks as showcased in Sunday's 25th running of the Swap Stakes closing weekend at Hollywood Park. The Swaps, a grade 2, 3-year-olds going 1.8 miles. The purse, $500,000. Here's the field. The closing odds presented by Las Vegas. Old Trieste, 6-5 favorite. McCarran has the rail. Shot of gold from Bob Baffert's stable at 2. And the rest of the field includes Grand Slam from Dwayne Lucas' stable at 5-2. Jerry Bailey in for the ride. Luke Kreitvoss now has the call of our feature race of the week. It's the Swap Stakes from Hollywood Park.
Off and running in the Swap Stakes. Beautiful start for Old Trieste, bounding out to take the lead. Shot of Gold showing speed in second. Old Topper broke well. He's right there in third. Lord Smith is racing fourth. Grand Slam will be fanned wide around the first turn. He's 4 or 5 deep and way at the back of the pack. Availability already 12 off the pace around the turn. Old Trieste and Chris McCarran will set the pace here. He leads it by 1.5 lengths. Lord Smith, the long shot, second by a head, and Shot of Gold gets the rail run. He's racing third. Grand Slam inching his way up on the outside. 3 wide in fourth. Old Topper's now dropped back 5 lengths off the lead and a gap of 10 more back to the gray availability. 23-1. A solid first quarter here for Old Trieste, in front by 1.5 lengths and still well in hand. The Shot of Gold trying to put some pressure on from the inside second. Long shot Lord Smith third. A neck now. Grand Slam edging his way ever closer. Fourth by 5. Old Topper will run his run for off the pace, and the back of the pack is availability. 1/2 mile and 46 seconds flat, moving for the far turn. Old Trieste is clear by 1.5 lengths now. Shot of Gold now a clear-cut second. Grand Slam third, and being nudged along to the outside. Lord Smith and Old Topper at availability round the far turn. Old Trieste kicking clear by 2.5 now. Shot of Gold is asked to pick it up, but he's not going with him. Grand Slam is set down for the drive in third. Old Topper starts to rally 10 lengths off the lead. Then Lord Smith top of the stretch. Old Trieste in command. Old Trieste has just put the field away in the swaps. Old Trieste widening out to lead by 7 past the 8th pole now. Grand Slam second. Old Topper comes with his rally on the far outside, but way too late to get to Old Trieste. He's razor sharp once again. And winning the swaps, Old Trieste will score by double figures at the wire. Grand Slam second. Old Topper was third.
That's Gary Bazant's Cobra Farms 3-year-old Old Trieste. The official margin 12 lengths. Old Trieste, trained by Mike Pipey, the son of A.P. Indy, led at every call, blazing 3/4 mile in 1:09 and 2, 1 mile in 1:34. Finished the 1 1/8, 1:47 flat. The Dwayne Lucas trained Grand Slam at distance second. Old Topper third. Bob Baffert Shot of Gold finished 5th in the 6-horse field. Let's listen to Chris McCarran on Old Trieste's impressive victory.
You know, he's on go all the time. He's a little nervous in the gate and stuff, but he stayed pretty composed today in the post parade, which I think enabled me to keep him composed throughout the race as well. He got into the turn real comfortably, and I got him to prick his ears a little bit as he went around the first turn, and you know, that kind of swelled my confidence a lot when I saw him throwing his ears up like that. And he's just got a huge stride. He doesn't feel like he's going that fast, but he's getting across the ground in a hurry.
And congratulations to Chris McCarran, who won the Hollywood Park riding title, edging Corey Nakatani 52-50 in wins. The veteran McCarran's first Hollywood Park spring-summer title since 1984. Let's go to the East Coast now. Check in on another 3-year-old reigning Horse of the Year Favorite Trick, making his first start since his 8th place finish in the Kentucky Derby. He's the 1-2 favorite in the Blue Silks, nearing the lead here. Let's pick up the call now from Larry Colmus.
3/4, 111 flat. Favorite Trick under a hand drive. Tomorrow's Cat put to the whip on the inside. He's battling Favorite Trick through the stretch. Tomorrow's Cat is a neck in front of Favorite Trick with a furlong to run. Then it's Arctic Sweep. Tomorrow's Cat trying to upset the Horse of the Year Favorite Trick. They're stride for stride. Favorite Trick now sticks his head in front, and Favorite Trick with a hard-fought win in the Long Branch.
Joseph Lacombe's Favorite Trick takes the Long Branch Breeders' Cup in Monmouth under jockey Pat Day, winning it by a head over Tomorrow's Cat. The time 1:43 for 1 mile and a 16th. Trained by Belmont. Mott now eyeing several stakes races in August for Favorite Trick, including the Haskell Stakes at Monmouth. National Car Rental Racehorse Digest. is brought to you by National Car Rentals. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Gainsborough Farm. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At National Car Rental, we believe that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. Because at most major airports in America, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
When you're looking to buy racing success, you start with a successful sire. Theatrical at Brookside Farm in Versailles, Kentucky leads the way. From just 7 crops to race, his sons and daughters have earned almost $30 million worldwide. Theatrical has sired 60 stakes horses, 40 stakes winners, and over half have won graded stakes. Brookside Farm's Eclipse and Breeders' Cup champion, Theatrical, a champion at stud.
Golf Digest presents 50 ways to lower your score.
To get greater distance, turn your right foot out. For a better backswing, don't slide. Turn your hips instead.
Now, lower your score, drive longer, hit straighter, and play your best golf ever with the 50 new stroke-saving tips in every Golf Digest. Call now for your risk-free trial issue. If you like it, get 11 more issues, 12 in all, for just $19.97. Plus, get this stroke-saving video free.
Call 800-248-6800.
Keep the American Quarter Horse reigning supreme by carrying the AQHA Designer or Gold Master card. Issued by MB&A America, sponsors of the American Quarter Horse Racing Challenge and the Youth World Championship Show. The AQHA Designer and Gold Master card ensures smooth riding and winning benefits. Call 1-800-847-7378 to apply for the MB&A America Designer or Gold Master card. The only cards good enough for America's horse.
Moving into the second half of July, here's an update on the leading money-earning thoroughbreds. No change in the top 3. 2 busy race recaps this week will begin in Ohio. Their richest, most important event, the Ohio Derby at Thistledown. The purse, $300,000. 3-year-olds at 1 1/8 miles. Triple Crown veterans, Classic Cat, and Hot Wells in the field. Here's the call now of the Ohio Derby from Thistledown.
As they make the swing for home in the Ohio Derby, here comes Classic Cat at 1 bold stroke. 1 bold stroke, Classic Cat, Hot Wells coming on the grandstand side. It's Classic Cat and Shane Sellers. 1 bold stroke and Robbie Alvarado nose to nose on the front end. Classic Cat, 1 bold stroke. They come to the wire. Classic Cat, 1 bold stroke. Too tight to call.
Well, there's the photo, and it was tight. Classic Cat on the outside with Shane Sellers aboard, getting the victory over 1 bold stroke ridden by Robbie Alvarado. Classic Cat, trained by David Cross, won the Grade 2 Lexington in April, ran 3rd in the Preakness Stakes behind Real Quiet and Victory Gallop. He ventured on to the Belmont Stakes, finishing in 8th place. Classic Cat, a Keeneland sales purchase as a wheeling for $52,000, is owned by Gary Barber. The colt has now earned over $500,000 for his connections and wins the Ohio Derby. To Los Angeles now, Hollywood Park for its final weekend of racing this summer will start with the Hollywood Juvenile Championship. It's a Grade 3 $100,000 6-furlong test for 2-year-olds. Jockey Jerry Bailey making the trip from New York to ride the 3-5 choice in the race. Yes, it's true. The big colt easily going to the victory here, pulling away from the rest of the competition. Yes, it's true is trained by D. Wayne Lucas, who has now earned a record 7 Hollywood Juvenile Championships. 2-year-old son of Is It True, who's also trained by Lucas, has now won 4 out of 5 career starts, was second in his last out at Bashford Manor. Ottawa Stables and the owner of Yes, It's True purchased at the Keeneland sales last year for $220,000. He's the nation's #1 2-year-old colt. On Sunday, the 57th running of the Grade 2 Sunset Handicap at Hollywood Park. The 1.5-mile race on the turf worth $350,000, $210,000 to the winner. Trainer Bobby Frankel sent out the 4-5 favorite, River Bay.
At the top of the stretch, it's Star Performance in front by 3/4. River Bay attacking to the outside. Devin Wood slipping up the inside rail. River Bay taking the lead a furlong from home. Devin Wood trying to slip through on the inside. And Star Performance of Merrick is coming late. River Bay taking command of the Sunset Handicap. River Bay goes on to win the Sunset. River Bay by better than 2.
Jockey Alex Solis guiding River Bay to the wire first by 2 1/4 lengths over Lazy Load. River Bay had won 2 graded stakes in France before coming over to the U.S. Last December, he captured the Grade 1 Hollywood Turf Cup, then finished second in his 1998 debut in the Hollywood Turf Handicap in May. River Bay is owned by Shaloub Akure and is trained by Bobby Frankel. Alex Solis was the winning rider, the 5-year-old son of Irish River. He's also bought at the Keeneland sales $80,000 as a yearling. To the East Coast as they leave the gate at Belmont Park for the $200,000 New York Stakes, a Grade 2 race covering 1 1/4 miles on the turf for fillies and mares 3 and up. Jerry Bailey was on board the favorite, Tresorier, currently 4th, number 7.
Around the far turn, it's Sweet Sandra working harder to hold a short lead. Irish Daisy on the inside. Irish Daisy and Sweet Sandra at the quarter pole together. Anti-Mame Tresorier down toward the inside, running in 3rd. And then it's Pondo running in 4th, and Colonial Play 5th, and Starry Dreamer into the last furlong. Here's Anti-Mame on the outside, and Tresorier coming through on the rail. Anti-Mame and Tresorier driving to the line together. Irish Daisy and Pondo. It's Anti-Mame in front. Tresorier down on the fence. Anti-Mame has done it.
As a 3-year-old, Anti-Mame had won 5 stakes, including the Grade 2 Rare Perfume at Belmont. She was then second to turf champion Raya Fan and the Queen Elizabeth Challenge at Keeneland. But in their first race back as a 4-year-old, the Dixie at Pimlico in May, Anti-Mame had a rough go of it, losing 2 shoes and finishing 5th. Back in good shape here, this daughter Theatrical earns her 8th victory in 13 starts. Anti-Mame, trained by Angel Penna for the Lazy F Ranch. Jockey John Velasquez heading to the winner's circle here. Also at Belmont Park, another turf race, the Grade 3 Lexington, covering 1 1/4 for 3-year-olds. 8 went to the post for this $125,000 stake. The bettor's choice in the race, Parade Ground, seen here on the lead. The Bay making his turf debut, take over the lead at the top of the stretch and draw off confidently here under the guidance of jockey Mike Smith. Parade Ground gets to the finish line 1.5 lengths in front of Our Rouge. Parade Ground was purchased for $525,000 as a yearling at the Keeneland sales by owners Will Farish and Stephen Hilbert. The 3-year-old by King Mumbo out of Battle Creek Girl is trained by Neil Howard. You might remember Parade Ground from the Triple Crown this year, 6th in the Kentucky Derby, 4th in the Belmont. His future, though, is now on the turf. He'll go next in the August 10th Museum of Racing Hall of Fame Handicap in Saratoga. While we had some impressive performances by 3-0s from coast to coast, it did not affect our Visa Championship point leaders. Real quiet, Victory Gallop. It's still a 2-horse race headed from Monmouth Park in a Haskell Showdown August 9th. Quarter horse racing showcases its top West Coast 2-year-olds when the Racehorse Digest continues.
On pay-per-view,
You in over your head, son?
he knew his first case would be difficult. He didn't know it would be dangerous.
Jury tampering, tax evasion, money laundering, you name it. Better watch your back.
Are you scared?
Mind your manners. You're in the big water now.
Matt Damon, Claire Danes, an exceptional cast and a solid story. Order John Grisham's The Rainmaker. Gripping drama is easy to order at home.
Some people choose Damon's Clubhouse for our award-winning barbecued ribs. Others like our steaks, chicken, seafood, prime rib, and of course, Damon's famous onion loaf. But everyone agrees, when it comes to hard-hitting, action-packed sports entertainment, Damon's Clubhouse is the next best thing to being there. Damon's, the place for ribs and a whole lot more.
ESPN Sunday Night Football. Full season coverage begins September 6.
Our visit next week with you, same times, Wednesday, 3:30 Eastern for the Racehorse Digest. While the qualifiers for the Rainbow Futurity second leg of quarter horse racing's Triple Crown at Ruidoso Downs, New Mexico await their Sunday showdown. The major California 2-year-olds were in action last weekend. Los Alamitos held 8 time trials for the $270,000 Ed Burke Memorial Futurity. It's the last open Grade 1 test on the West Coast before their $2 million All-American Futurity trials next month at Ruidoso. Now, there was particular interest in the 6th trial division, which featured kindergarten Futurity winner First Sovereign and the suddenly sensational Romeo Ryan. Here's Ed Burghart's call to the 6th division of the Ed Burke Futurity Trials at Los Alamitos.
And away they go. And First Sovereign bumped at the start, but is very quick into stride. Romeo Ryan, No Lies are all right there, but First Sovereign's now going on strongly. Romeo Ryan's putting on a good run down along the inside, and No Lies. In fact, Romeo Ryan's running better than First Sovereign, and Romeo Ryan goes on to win very close to second between No Lies and First Sovereign.
Romeo Ryan gets the best of First Sovereign and finishes with the fastest qualifying time. Despite the loss, First Sovereign gained entry to the July 31st finals, as did third-place finisher No Lies. Romeo Ryan was badly beaten in his first 2 starts before scoring a victory in a maiden claiming race. Joe Padilla Jr. aboard the rapidly improving son of 1986 All-American Futurity winner Ronus Ryan. Trainer Jaime Gomez handles the colt for the Dutch Masters partnership. Third trial division figured to be a battle between the undefeated colt, A. Ransom, and Bubba's Bullet.
And away they go. Bubba's Bullet stumbled sharply at the start, but still recovered to take the lead. 60 dash. A. Ransom again trying to lug in pretty badly. Velarde dash on the outside. Bubba's Bullet and 60 dash and A. Ransom, but Bubba's Bullet, despite stumbling badly at the starts, going on to a powerful win. Bubba's Bullet over 60 dash and A. Ransom.
Bubba's Bullet, a kindergarten futurity finalist, hits the target here with a commanding victory and the 4th fastest qualifying time. Both Sky Dash and A. Ransom chased the winner in vain and could not stay close enough to make the finals. Bubba's Bullet represents the powerful Ed Allred stable and trainer Kelly Long. They picked off the Grade 1 Golden State Derby with Girls Secrets last weekend. Jockey Joe Padilla Jr. now facing some very tough decisions as he qualified 4 for the finals. Take a look. In addition to Bubba's Bullet and Romeo Ryan, Padilla was also aboard the 7th fastest qualifier McComas and the 8th fastest Go to the Mountain. Both trial winners, both owned by Ed Allred, giving him 3 in the $270,000 finals. There's our defending world champion, SLM Big Daddy, back on the West Coast where he clinched quarter horse racing's highest award with a win in the Champion of Champions last December. Here he's seen with his trainer, Don Morning. Big Daddy will now, though, be saddled by California-based conditioner Heath Taylor. That's in the $100,000 Go Man Go Handicap July 24th. Champ looking to turn things around in the West after suffering consecutive defeats in Oklahoma. Both times his conqueror was Deposit Cash. He's also taken over Big Daddy's customary spot atop the national quarter horse pole. And reminders, Sunday, ESPN 2-day at the races, live quarter horse racing at its best. The Grade 1 Go Man Go Handicap from Los Alamitos. The Grade 1 Rainbow Derby for the 3-year-olds at Ruidoso Downs, New Mexico. That's Sunday, 6:30 on ESPN 2. The American Quarter Horse Association has provided a toll-free number you can call to get more information on quarter horse racing, 1-800-414-RIDE. More thoroughbred racing. And do you know who the June owner of the month in the sport is? We'll tell you next.
Let's go! Vacation travelers know that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go, National Car Rental, especially if you're going to the happiest place on earth. Because as the official car rental company of Disneyland in Southern California, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. For a family vacation you'll never forget. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Disneyland with National Car Rental.
Why is quarter horse racing different? It's more exciting at the start, faster in the middle, closer at the finish, and it's easier to learn. With a variety of publications, videos, and seminars, there's helpful information available for newcomers and experts alike. So dig in, hang on, let the dirt fly, and let AQHA help. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
When sports cream? When legs are sore. When backs ache. When muscles hurt. Why Sports Cream? Rubbing it in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell. Why Sports Cream? Because it works.
When you combine Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Crispy Wafers, the combination is irresistible. Introducing Reese Sticks, the crisp you can't resist.
All across the country, from small communities to big cities. But building on the success of local independent businesses, Citgo
has grown surprisingly big. In fact, Citgo now has over 14,500 locations to serve you nationwide. That's more locations than any other company of any kind in America. Surprised? Don't be. Citgo, when it counts.
Back on National Car Rental Racehorse Digest, our national standings of jockeys. Gary Stevens in front of Jerry Bailey and Kent DeSormo. Upcoming Breeders' Cup National Stakes races at Del Mar as they open the summer meet and at Delaware Park. Back to the races, and now our second thoroughbred race recap beginning on the East Coast in Maryland. The Grade 2 $300,000 Frank J. DeFrancis Memorial Dash. A race open for 3-year-olds and up, going just 6 furlongs, 3/4 of a mile. Kelly Kipp, the favorite. Dave Rodman has the call.
The half-mile in 45 flat, and there's Kelly Kipp at the top of the lane, leading the way by 1 length from A Firm Success. Heck of a Ralph is given way. A Firm Success and Kelly Kipp tussling for the last furlong. Kelly Kipp on the inside, A Firm Success on the outside. Kelly Kipp trying to keep going. A Firm Success on the outside. Kelly Kipp another gear. Kelly Kipp scorching home into the Francis Dash. 108 and 2/5 of a second.
Kelly Kipp chalks up his 5th win of the year at his 5th different track. Running the 6 furlongs here at a blistering 108 and 2, just 2 ticks off the track record. Trained by the Hall of Famer Alan Jerkins, ridden by jockey Jean-Luc Semine. Kelly Kipp made it back-to-back victories coming off his Grade 3 Finger Lakes Breeders' Cup Handicap win last month. Kelly Kipp, a 4-year-old by Kipper Kelly out of Marianne Teresa. The colt is owned by the Hobo Farm, has won 11 of 22 lifetime starts, is approaching the $1 million earnings mark. We're at Belmont Park now for Saturday's Oceanport Handicap. 3-year-olds and up, $100,000 and a mile and a 16th on the turf. Bill Mott sending out Daylight Savings. Number 7 in blue and white silks. He'll come running at the end.
At the top of the stretch, it's Robin Gin, Prospectors News, Foolish Pole, Boyce, Mean Narrow moving up on the outside is Daylight Savings. Here comes Mean Narrow looking to produce an upset. Daylight Savings springs forward on the outside for his run. Daylight Savings and Mean Narrow to the wire, and Daylight Savings wins the Oceanport Handicap.
Trainer Bill Mott taking home another souvenir from his weekend on the Jersey Shore. Mott winning the Long Branch with Favorite Trick earlier. Daylight Savings, a 4-year-old colt by Sky Classic, takes the Oceanport Handicap. He's owned by the Pin Oak Stable, is ridden to victory by jockey Herbie Castillo. Having run 3rd in the Grade 3 New Hampshire Handicap last month, Daylight Savings chalks up his first stakes win in graded company, taking home the $60,000 first place check in the Oceanport Handicap at Monmouth. The Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association has a national panel that each month selects an Owner of the Month in thoroughbred racing. Gainsborough Farm then sponsors our owner profile. Kenny Rice features the June Owners of the Month, the Preston Brothers.
The Preston Brothers, J.R., Art, and Jack, have made several trips to the winner's circle before in their 20 years in the thoroughbred business. Most notably with their Eclipse Award-winning sprinter, Groovy, who now stands stallion at their Prestonwood farm. And their 1996 Breeders' Cup Mile winner, the Hoss. But nothing compares to the Belmont Stakes winner's circle, when their Victory Gallop had this instant classic finish to nose out Real Quiet's Triple Crown bid.
The way this one came down was so special. You know, we were in all 3 races, and it was a campaign, Triple Crown campaign, as opposed to one single race. And I thought it was a great finish to the campaign.
I would say that you'd have to, the Triple Crown races are the epitome of racing. The Breeders' Cup races are fantastic races in a world championship, but still there's nothing like the excitement generated by those Triple Crown races.
It's been an exciting ride for the 3 brothers based in Houston, Texas, since they bought into a claimer back in the 1970s with a friend. That venture led to a racing stable and this 400-acre farm in Versailles, Kentucky, about 3 miles from the Keeneland racecourse. The Preston brothers are here in Kentucky this week to check on the summer yearling sales and also to make the 1-hour drive over to Churchill Downs to look in on Victory Gallop as he continues his training. And while Prestonwood Farm is getting ready to sell yearlings at auction, the Preston brothers have had most of their success on the track by buying 2-year-olds, such as Victory Gallop.
You feel like you're further up the pyramid when you buy a 2-year-old that's already run and has some, some racing experience and has proved that he can run pretty well.
The brothers say all their racing decisions are group efforts. These are businessmen who've been successful in the Texas oil market, and they do see a similarity between that and thoroughbred racing.
It's a tremendous gamble, both of them are, and I think the secret to it is you have to be able to get in the business and get in the best prospective areas for oil. You have to get in the best pedigrees for horses and get the best horses and be able to stay long enough that the big horse comes to you, because you've got to go through, as they say, kiss a lot of frogs before the princess shows up.
The brothers also feel if Victory Gallop continues his royal efforts through the midsummer and fall campaign, he could wind up the king of racing this year. In Versailles, Kentucky, I'm Kenny Rice for the Racehorse Digest.
Jack, JR, and Art Preston, the June Owners of the Month by the Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association and Gainsborough Farm. For more information on owning thoroughbred racehorses, call the TOBA, Lexington, Kentucky. And if you're really serious about owning thoroughbreds, the place to be was Lexington, Kentucky this week. The Keeneland Select Sales will have the story next.
The best American sprinters, and he wins by 5.
Some athletes don't care about endorsements. Some athletes don't care how many fans they have or what kind of shoes they wear. Some athletes don't even care if they're televised coast to coast. They just want to run. The Triple Crown takes a lot of heart, but at the ticket booth, they don't take American Express. Visa, proud to be the sponsor of the Visa Triple Crown Challenge.
In 1991, Jack Nicklaus dominated the senior tour by capturing 3 majors. Now, can Dr. Gil Morgan equal Jack's feat, or will someone else conquer Hogan's Alley? The U.S. Senior Open. First round tomorrow at 3:30 and 7:30 on ESPN.
National Car Rental Racehorse Digest is being brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farm. And by the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. In our Brookside News Report, news of the thoroughbred industry, the big story, the big sale numbers at the Keeneland July selected yearling sale in Lexington, Kentucky this week. Kenny Rice was there and has this update for the digest.
The key ingredients were there, the buyers, from Bob Lewis to Demi O'Byrne. The prediction for a 4th straight year of increase at the Keeneland sale was a safe bet, because of the new money coming in.
There are a lot of new players, yes. And this is what fuels this sport and always has fueled it.
The spark for the new players was provided by Padua stable owner Satish Sanan, who made his mark last year at the new market sale.
I love the game, and the only way to win it is to play at the top and with the best players. And there's nobody better than Wayne.
Padua stable trainer Dwayne Lucas, who is also the advisor to Sanan. They teamed up to pay $2.2 million for this son of Pleasant Colony on the opening night of the sale. It was an opening session where the average price of a yearling was over $495,000, sort of like the 1980s.
I think it's going to gain some momentum. I think tonight there was a little bit of sparring going on. A few people wanted to see what the market is.
The sale topper was a yearling colt by Mr. Prospector out of the Danzig mare Angel Fever that sold Tuesday night for $4 million to Paseo Sakaguchi. The colt was consigned by Arthur Hancock. In total, 175 yearlings were sold in the 2 days, a total of over $62.5 million, up 35%. And a reminder, American Championship Harness Series live coming your way Saturday night, 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Will feature top racing from the Meadowlands and from Yonkers. Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental. For worldwide reservations, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.